all like unbalanced outputs.
Hell yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
All right, let's go live. Welcome to the show. It's Moon Boys podcast. I've got Wizard here. How's it going today, dude?
Excellent. My bags are pumping. In an inverse sort of backwards bearish way. I had my eye on Sunday being a dip. It certainly is. And it's on Friday's show, we were talking about the summit. Now, the summit, Trump sort of like waddled around and appeared to not really understand what crypto was.
Yeah.
There seems to be like no executive order to make like a Solana a legal tender within the States. There's nothing really left to be excited about, it seems, in a way. So we're going to receive this consolidation. We get to see if we're going to go down to 40 or 50 or 60. But we're going down. And it could be to do with wider market stuff as well. Now, some people are saying that because the dollar's weak, that means people are going to get into riskier investments. Now, I say don't listen to those people. Listen to common sense. And that is that when the short term, the meme investors, the altcoin investors start feeling negative sentiment, then that's when they're going to start exiting. They're short-term thinkers, that they were looking to make some money. There doesn't seem to be the same opportunities now. And then quietly, that's when the whales start to accumulate. And so you have to have this kind of like, okay, where are we going to be next year kind of like mentality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said, you never sell your Bitcoin, I think, or who the hell knows?
I think you guys say that. Is that some silly thing you guys say?
Yeah, and then we didn't get the announcement about the 0% capital gains tax for crypto. I don't think we got that, did we?
Promises made, promises slyly taken off the table. Damn.
But Japan beat them to it. Japan announced zero capital gains on crypto over the weekend.
I mean, the thing about today dumping, when alts have already dumped 70% in the last few weeks, is like, I'm interested to see what Rom's going to say. If he makes an appearance on the stream, I want to hear like his outlook on like why memes are over, why AI is over, what's going on here, guys.
Yeah, he says recession's incoming.
Everyone's orange pilled. Oh yeah, that's what he's going to say.
He says that every week though, doesn't he? Maybe that's a bad sign. Yeah. Anyways, we're not financial advisors. None of this is financial advice. Just some guys on the internet.
I don't have time to read that. Can you put that back on?
I guess.
I don't know how fast you think
you're supposed to like pause the screen and read it closely.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll do that when I watch back. I'll do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the Solana chart. It looks terrible right now.
Yeah.
This is actually a long zone. You could long it right there.
Is it?
Look at that.
What do you mean by zone? Oh, because
when it's that far down, it's usually a good time to put in a big fat 50x long right there. Okay, so I'll put my money where my mouth is. 50x.
Filthy brain.
Right there. Boom. I get a lot more cocky with my positions while we're live on stream. I feel like I have to like do something epic because we're live.
Yeah, I mean it's the testosterone of it. You're with your boys, and we'll amping each other up.
Look at my liquidation level is like $1 below where the current price is.
Nice.
I'm already down $7 on this.
Yeah, but that's nothing. I mean, you could have put in a market limit order, but then you'd have just like been wrecked as it instantly went back up because that's how it always works, isn't it?
I've never done the limit order on here. I don't even know how that works. So it would trigger right at the price you decide, right?
Yep.
Interesting. I have to play with that more. I do limit orders with stocks usually. Like if I'm buying or selling stocks, I'll do a limit order.
Okay.
Like James says, you have to choose the price you want or something like that. You can't just let the market decide it. But
well, it has a different effect on the order book. If you put in a market buy, it's sort of like pumps the price, which gives everybody who's got a limit to sell, then they immediately get filled. So it's a bit like that, really. That's why we use limit orders.
Yeah.
I'm going to open my TradingView. I'm going to share this. We're going to talk about some alts prices relative to Bitcoin. We're going to look at some ranges, and we're going to talk about each of these things one by one. last time I had a couple predictions, didn't I? I said, okay, a Sunday's going to be bearish. Sunday was bearish. I said the bull market's over. One reactor in the place.
Welcome,
How long
Rom.
until the recession?
Yo, yeah, I was trying to connect my YouTube channel to comment, and I don't know, it failed. So we in here. Yeah, I see you guys be placing some orders. I also have a 10x position that was open last week, but it's down like 65%.
No.
Okay.
That was a long or a short?
That was a long. I should have closed it, but what can we do? Should have closed it when it was up. It was up 100%. Sushi.
Yeah,
where the hell are you?
Sometimes I'll close it early, like take the 10% loss. If I see it go in the wrong direction, I get nervous.
I have my stop loss, but it's already gonna. Yeah. My stop loss is at like 80% down anyway, but it is what it is. I'll save 20% if it's triggered. It almost triggered. It was there almost. But I know you like shorting. I tried. I looked even to longing Sol. It doesn't make sense. Your liquidation price is like too close.
Oh, way too close. Yeah, that was a ridiculous move on my part.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even. The only thing I would long if I'm using leverage is probably Bitcoin or Ethereum. I wouldn't even touch anything else. Doesn't really make sense. Yeah. It's too risky. Too much. One little bad day, and then you get liquidated. Well, with Ethereum, at least it's a bad day, but I'm still not liquidated, or maybe another couple hours.
Yeah. Cool. Do you want to share your screen and walk us through this recession indicator? Or?
Oh yeah, well hold on. Let me. I don't have anything set up yet.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Because I was debugging this website.
We can just take a look at my long as it loses money. We're down $20 now. And Aksel should be joining us right away as well.
I don't know. Let's log in.
Solana's below the 200 SMA right there.
Yeah. Yeah, recession is. I mean, it's like it's going back up, the indicator. In terms of Trump, he finally admitted that a recession will come, even though he just doesn't want to say that it's going to be bad. He's like, "Oh, it's going to be a little recession, just a little one. Don't worry."
Little Marco.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look who it is.
Hey.
Look who joined the chat.
Welcome, Coke.
Back from hiatus, right?
Amazing. Haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome back, dude.
How are you doing, guys?
Really good. Better now.
Really good.
The bags are bleeding.
I was just checking the markets, and you saying pretty good. I guess you have like
Yes, he has like 10x shorts on everything.
I sold all the Bitcoin I wanted to sell like way before the panic started, so I'm just sitting on my positions now, and it's slowly grinding down a couple % per day, and it's nothing to really be too upset about. But I still have long-term conviction, right?
I'm just happy I didn't touch my cash bag too much. I only opened up one 10x position, and that was it. I wanted to do more. I was really bullish. I was about to like go 10 Ethereum to like 10 overall leverage, 10 Ethereum deep, and then I'm like, nah, I don't know if I should do this. This doesn't.
Wait, long or short?
Long, and yeah, good thing I didn't do it. That would have been like down a couple thousand.
I did buy into the pendle as well. There was a couple of W's, but each time they hit the stop loss, and so I'm out of that as well, that position. So it's so guys. Let's be honest. You have. I think we all four have been in the last cycle, the 2020, 2021.
Yeah. So.
It's different, guys. It is different, right? Or is it? Or I'm going crazy?
Oh yeah, it's different.
No, it's very different. Oh crap! I have a phone call on me. Yeah, it's this cycle has been a Bitcoin cycle. It's really been dominated by Bitcoin. If you were like playing Bitcoin, just like forgot all about all the shit coins, just like leverage Bitcoin, long short, you would have been really good actually. It would have been like sipping the champagne. While meanwhile, all of us from last time, we were like, "Oh fuck this shit rock Bitcoin. It's it's only gonna do maybe like 2x and that's it." And the real gains are in the alts. But this time around, I mean, there was gains in alts, but it's like it wasn't the gains that we all wanted. And if you didn't take profits from those gains, then it's like you're back now today where you're like all your alts are back to shit basically.
I think every single altcoin has at least round tripped or even gone below.
Yep, and because I think I just got liquidated on my ETH position, or not liquidated, but
stopped.
I think it stop loss.
Oh wow!
I'm down $56 on this Solana long.
Damn, Wilson.
Did you see any W's? Why did you go long?
It just seemed like good place to do it.
Yep. My trade has been closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a little bull trap.
That was whack. I got liquidated.
So what's in the agenda? What's going on?
That's what
a few things. So voting on Jupiter is live right now. So every few days, every week, you want to come here and vote. There's a new proposal that closes tomorrow. So make sure to stake your Jup and vote.
I feel it's cheaper just to sell the Jup and wait.
I mean, if my stop triggered and we're most likely about to go below this hammer. Yeah, I could share my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Present, share screen, entire screen.
Boom. What's the fear?
So I have I use gains, same one that I forgot the guy with the liquidity pools recommended, but
and 1 sec, it's on my tippy tong.
It had like it's like Suave or something, Crypto Suave, I think it was name.
Crypto Swami.
Swami, yeah. Yeah, so basically there was that 1 week, so there was this huge dump that occurred. Like Trump pumped it like crazy with his he tweeted that basically Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ripple, and Cardano are going to be a part of the reserve. It popped like crazy, then it dumped like crazy. Then I was waiting for a confirmation. I was like, okay, this is a really good time to buy, but still, I should wait for like a signal, which was this hammer. And I took the hammer play. Basically, once it formed, I took a 10x position long with my stop.
Yeah, wick low. Yeah,
here,
exactly.
And the real stop should have been at the wick low right here, but that was my liquidation price already. So it was like whatever. At least I'll secure some money. I think it's whatever it was. But basically, once it goes below this price, we're probably gonna crash more. Theoretically,
it depends. It depends what's on the play. I'm. Oh my god.
There goes my alert. Something else crashed. Fuck. Or is that somebody else's alert?
Has to be yours.
I don't even know. I can't even see it.
I didn't get any alerts.
It's fucking
What's
annoying,
going on, Aksel?
Hey guys, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Thank you.
I don't know which alert it was. It didn't.
Everybody showed up today.
Oh, there we go. GGP was the one that just crashed. Go. This was a good one, actually. It was lasting for
When everybody shows up to the show, is that a bottom signal?
Yeah.
It's a bottom signal. It's a party.
But definitely this thing just crashed on me. And this was holding up pretty good for a long time. It's just now like finally crashing. This is a thing like a DEX on Avalanche. Or maybe it's a liquidity. Well, yeah, either liquidity pool or DEX. But yeah, I remember.
It's where you like you can create validators, but you can create like smaller validators, and then even for subnets, you can create a validator with GoGoPool.
Right.
And you get the people that give you their tokens, like they get paid back in the staking rewards, like to an extent, something like that. It's a bit over my head.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good project.
It's blue chip. It's blue chip at Avalanche stuff.
Yep. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have to readjust the price to buy. See, maybe I'll correct more, but I don't really like to buy in these panics. I just these alerts are to the downside. It doesn't really make too much of a difference for me. But if it starts going like 80% down, I'll definitely start accumulating. Like go back to this area for sure. That's very low. That's like we're literally at the lows. This is crazy. Like all of this is what 2024. This is all the old seasons that we had, and we're back at like the lows, which is crazy.
But it kind of feels that we have been at the lows like last year. It depends on token. Like it's like hit and miss. Some tokens have been lows since the 2014. I don't know, Games Fifths, Pixels. They've been all bleeding since. ICPs, everything. It's
everything.
It's
so
been
the
rough.
recession indicator is this one right here, and as you guys can see, so we did the thing. So we went negative for a while, then we went positive to the 0.5, then we went back down to 0 basically, even below a little bit. We went back to negative, and now we're going back up. So once at this point in time, once it starts going towards 1, which is I have an alert set right here, which is recession inbound, get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna get the fuck out.
Oh, but if it hits 1, what do you do? Do you sell everything? Because
you sell and you short, yeah.
But I assume when it hits 1, since crypto moves so fast, you're already like minus 70 from that point where we are at the moment. I feel like.
Yeah, you got to look at it. Whatever happens at that moment. If it's already down like crazy, below production cost, this and that, and then there's nothing really left to sell. But if we're like gonna be around 80K, 77K, or whatever it is, you could still sell, secure some of your cash, and just let this recession play out. Because there's definitely going to be like things are going to start breaking in the stock market, and you're going to start seeing like 5% dips a day. They're going to be all over the news. Oh, flash crash, market circuit breakers have to be turned on, blah blah blah, this and that, and everybody's panicking, and then you just buy back, because like this is basically going to tell you like, yo guys, panics are about to start. Like, yeah, you might be right. Like crypto already could have dipped like crazy, but that doesn't necessarily mean maybe the stocks, you could still sell your stocks. There's a lot of stuff you could circle around just so you could have cash to buy the dips that are going to come from the beer.
It's interesting. It seems like everybody has their own game plan.
Yeah, because Bitcoin is still like high. I mean, it's at 83,000. We're still, we're still like playing around with this 200 daily moving average, which is kind of what we did here. And and the production cost is, it's not too far off, which is right here.
Yeah. When it comes to Bitcoin, actually, it's still the weekly candles look ugly as fuck, but it's.
Yeah, like if we come down to production costs, that's another drop of let's see. Yeah.
But Bitcoin looks still healthy, but it's only crypto that still looks healthy.
Like another 25%. Like from here to go back to production costs, and then usually when there's fear and panic, we go below production costs, another 20%. So you could easily see $50,000 Bitcoin price in a recession. So it's like. Yeah, you might sell, depending on that recession indicator hit, maybe it'll hit here, maybe it'll hit here, maybe it'll hit here. You still have you could still get out with your coins just to have that cash, so that when that ultimate wick comes in, then you could get into on like gains.trade and just be like, okay, fuck it, this is definitely the bottom. I'm going to open up a nice like 10x position. And then now you have cash, so you'll be able to put in like, like a nice $1,000. And all of a sudden you have like a $10,000 position, or if you want to really go crazy, you have like $10,000 in cash from selling. You could open up a 10x long. Oh, this is super crazy risky stuff, but we're dealing with recessions and we're dealing with crazy volatility to the upside as well as downside.
And crazy news all the time too.
Yeah, so this would make sense. Like from what I noticed from my last 10x position that I just opened as a test on the hammer, you really got to take profit. Your gains are going to be a lot quicker too. Like just the next day, I was already up 100%.
Even if you don't take profits, just set your stop loss to scratch. So that's it.
Yeah. Well, stop losses would help you with less leverage.
So, the position you spoke of before, you opened this position. Are you underwater with this now?
Oh, my stop loss already triggered. It's closed.
Okay, but why not? So when it went 100%, why not set your stop loss to scratch? So you at least you go out without any scars.
Yeah, well, I would have had to close my position. I don't know if you could update the position on gains like that. It's dealing with smart contracts.
Yeah.
Like here, you basically just you would set everything up. Where is it? I don't know if I have enough collateral.
I haven't seen this platform before. Gains.
Yeah, it's a pretty good platform. They have this also. They have a really nice DGen 500x. This is really cool. This is if you really want to time the bottom. I mean, I was even thinking to mess around with this. It's like put in $100 at 500x, right? Or like $50 at a 500x. Is your position size would be 25,000. That's like if you really want to time the bottom, because liquidation prices like yeah, or better off actually. Where this could be a really nice play with the 500x is, let's say we're like on an uptrend. We have like this, I don't know, we have this crazy recession, and then Trump comes out on the news and goes like, we're fixing the market starting today. We're going to be printing $2 trillion that will go to blah, 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 right? And then the market just starts going like crazy, ripping, right? And like, it doesn't matter at this point where you are. You just open like a 500x position. Just ride this big ass candle that Trump, makes, and then just sell somewhere along. Just don't be too greedy. And this could be just a fun thing to do. This DGen plays. You're just basically riding the up news on within a serious crash. So especially like when you see something like 20% crash in Bitcoin, people are already like super fearful at that point. There's always a relief rally, and then if Trump tweets something on top of that to boost that relief rally, even better. Just ride that candle a little bit or as much as you want, and then close your position. But yeah, they do have the DGen leverage. I've not seen that before. But otherwise, yeah, with Ethereum, you would just go. They also have it on Ethereum as well, DGen.
So what's the liquidation level like at 500x? Is it like within $1? Is it pretty tight?
Yeah, it's super tight. I mean, like
$50? No, wait.
It has to be going in the right direction.
It's like it's like $5 or something. Like so
no,
like,
it's 50. What? No, not 5.
So your
50.
liquidation price is $3 off. If I open it, I mean there is some room, but
Can you maybe you can show us live? Maybe show us.
I want
yeah, just do a $5. $5 on 500x.
$5 on 5. I mean, yeah, we could. I don't know the limits. The USD not approved. Can I do $5?
You have to go on the 1 second chart now. So everybody's like laughing, like, oh
yeah, one minute chart. I don't know.
1 second. 1 second.
I don't know if they have.
Oh,
they don't have
decentralized?
This is decentralized, yes.
You're non-custodial with this?
What? I'm sorry?
Non-custodial, like you have your funds, it's not a...
No, it's just with my MetaMask. Everything is
great.
Yeah, and it's on Arbitrum. The fees are super low. They also have it, I think, on Base and Polygon.
Do you have a referral code for this?
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys.
Gains.trade?
I'm using my friend's referral code. But yeah, let me.
Is it kind of like Hyperliquid, but a little more? SC has more options.
This is I haven't used Hyperliquid, but this one is basically an old school Arbitrum DeFi, basically protocol, and
I think it's a fork from the GMX.
Yeah, it was a fork from GMX, and then they extended their smart contracts. So now they're like their own thing. They're completely different than GMX.
Yep.
But
So
I like
the GMX, the Gains, the HMX, they're all kind of the same contract, but everybody went their own roads.
Yeah, they're definitely I see them as the possible acquisition of Coinbase, because right now, like Coinbase, all these exchanges, they're all centralized, and eventually they're gonna need to adopt something like Gains.trade. Now, of course, their governance token is a little risky to buy because you don't know when that's going to happen. But I do see like a clear path to these decentralized trading smart contracts. to be eventually used in institutions, which is going to be amazing. Like once they are going to be used. But yeah, let me just send you guys the referral code on Discord so everybody has.
Oof, the gains has been actually. I'm looking at the chart. I can even share. I will. Let me see. Can I share my screen? Present.
It's funny because my friend's name is Crypto Wizard, so it's like it's gonna.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like Wizard.
I'll try and rebrand. Don't worry.
All right, boom. Okay, there you guys. You guys got that referral code. But yeah, we're gonna do this play, right? Let's see. Will it take my $5? It's kind of going down though. We gotta shit. We're gonna get liquidated.
I've seen a lot of tokens in this cycle last 2 years, but gains. I have to say, gains has to be one of the harshest one. So imagine gains pumped in February 2023. This is kind of
sharing my screen.
This is kind of like the bottom of the bear market, and after that it just went down.
That's G-Swift right here.
Because the gains and GMX was the darlings of the bear market, and after that,
yeah, it's like ICP. It's sad. They did have like a nice uptrend here, which I thought was gonna be like a nice smooth uptrend, but I guess they just went back, went the other way, went into a downtrend. So hopefully, eventually, you'll have like again like a slow, nice uptrend back to wherever the hell I got in. But the platform itself is very nice. The platform is I was able to set up my stop loss. Let's just not do 500x, but let's say I wanted to do a 5x position, something more like doable, right? Like without having something you could sleep at night with. 6.5x. So you have your liquidation price like 1,800.
Yeah, 500x is something that I can sleep on it easy. It's like
yeah, if you put in a little bit, but if you put in like $10,000 at 500x, and that's like your last bag of hope, you're just like you're not gonna be sleeping. You're gonna be looking at this chart. Like
my last bag of hope is Rune, boys. Rune. Oh, boys, I've learned. I have to be Joe Biden. I've learned a lot in a good way. And actually, I think today this stream is not the perfect for this, but I would, after this all the Rune debacle, like I've looked into the other different tokens.
Right here, that's where you set the stop loss.
I'm trying to find any token that even makes sense, and it's so hard to find anything. So
what about Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is one of those. I think when we speak about crypto, as a crypto native, we should always discard Bitcoin.
You have a couple good ones, not gonna lie. So there's AAVE. AAVE has been pretty solid. Like AAVE has consistently been used in the DeFi space for loans, providing.
AAVE are in my mind. AAVE is like a legit company.
AAVE is solid, yeah. So like if you want to maybe get an altcoin on par with like Ethereum and like Bitcoin in a way, AAVE is definitely like one of those stable. Of course, it could still tank, but it's able to. It's like it shows strength as well when it pumps. Like, unlike Compound, which has been. It also pumps. When the hell was it at $140? Oh, December. So many coins were so nicely on top in December, and I didn't have my ledger.
Everything. The 8th of December was the top of the market.
That was when we were streaming, and I was like, guys, you guys should be taking profits. I wish I had my fucking ledger, and this is that would have been perfect time to get out in so many of these projects.
But I've tried to look at all of those altcoins. I didn't find any good altcoins.
Coke, when you look at them, are you looking more at the technicals or the ecosystem?
I've been looking of technical.
Or is it a combination of the two, or feeling? Or
no, it's definitely not a feeling. It's about the cash flow. it's about tokenomics, it's about ecosystem, and I've tried to look up different tokens, and it doesn't matter if it's my recent thesis after I know the Rune kind of like blew up in a sense. They had the 200 million debt issue, and we kind of resolved this issue. We issued now Rune. We now issued the THORChain yield token, so TCI. That's going to pay back the issuance, and it's been this type of the strategy has been used before as well with the Bitfinex hack as well.
Yeah,
and I've tried to look into the different tokens, what they have to offer, and I haven't found anything similar to Rune. That they have the system. So the Rune at the moment has the best native swaps in size. You have like chain flip and other as well, but nobody can give you the swap fees like Rune does. And it in my mind, this is such a value that Rune proposes. And what I like is that the Rune token price, it doesn't matter what the Rune token price at the moment is, they still can service all the swaps. And the lower the Rune price is, it's actually better. The more Rune they burn, the more Rune, all the fees that happens and that gets distributed by the nodes, it's in Rune token. So it goes to the, so to speak, insiders, or the people who believe in the protocol.
yeah.
So did they the node providers are still like there, or they're abandoning ship?
There was if I'm honest, there was a shakeout. There was some people who abandoned the ship. I think I guess if I have to like eyeball it, it was about like 20%. They jumped the ship.
That's not bad.
Yeah, they jumped the ship. They sold whatever. But at the moment, we still have 95 nodes that provide the swaps, who hold the bond, and it's going strong. And the thing is that the THORChain is the exactly, that's the best one. That's the best website to show that Theo is showing. There is nobody else that can provide this cross-chain swaps native-wise between other chains.
Binance.
If you
What about KuCoin?
The issue with Binance and KuCoin is that, let's say about the THORChain. If you initiate a swap, there is no way that your swap gets frozen midair. So imagine you throw out a 100K swap, and in the mid-air it gets stopped and say, "Hey, you do KYC, bro." That's the beauty of the Rune. There is no such thing as in the mid-air it stops. It gets like
KYC.
Yeah. So the thing with the Rune is that it doesn't get KYC in the mid-air. Maybe it happened with the. We kind of pooped our pants with the. It's okay because we have nodes. Nodes can vote. We can stop. We can do stuff. We kind of pooped our pants, and for like a couple of hours, we disabled the Ethereum base pool. But we had some discussions. That's so cool. We had some discussions on our Discord and stuff, and we continued. So it is decentralized in a way. Of course, it's not as decentralized as ETH and Bitcoin. When it comes to ETH and Bitcoin, the good thing is about ETH and Bitcoin, it is such a decentralized system that even if you want to pull the trigger or like shoot somebody or take somebody hostage, you can't. It's so decentralized. And I think Rune is not as decentralized. They still have to break out. We do use the Tendermint consensus algorithm. So if somebody asks, like, hey, why you have only 95 nodes? Why you don't have like 10,000 nodes? It's the issue is that, like, if you have too many nodes, the distribution of the swaps, it's not fast enough. But the thing, if you ask about Binance and stuff, the thing is with Rune never takes your assets as a hostage and say like, hey, you have to give us C. Either you push it through Rune at the moment. I'm speaking how it is at the moment. Of course, maybe it changes in, like, I don't know, 60 days, a year. But at the moment, if you go to THORChain and you initiate a swap, either it goes through or it doesn't. So it means that you never lose your assets. You never give your assets to the third party. It gets done or not. And why I say done or not is that there is this aspect. Maybe if you're like the North Korea, again, pools can be stopped. But we did it for a second, but we continued. And this swapping part is actually not serious. We have issued all the swaps, and everything is going through smoothly. And there's a huge discussion inside the Thor community. What should we do? Should we initiate the censorship? And yesterday there was a X-Base, and it was so well done. Like, all people from Rune came together to say, like, we want to be decentralized. We want to be permissionless, but let's exercise just the thought of being not decentralized. What's going to happen? And it was a good space. And we try to just exercise. Let's say we are decentralized. Let's exercise that we're centralized. At what level we have to be centralized? Base layer, or our front ends, like the Trust wallet, and who is actually who is managing those blacklists? Like, if let's say we are like saying, okay, we play the ball with the governments, and we wanna be on the good side, and we wanna censor all the bad funds. What list we're supposed to follow? Is this list dynamic? Is this list not dynamic? Like, how often we have to censor the relook those lists? And it turned out actually this, so to speak, blacklist that Bitcoin and for example, the 4 biggest pools of Bitcoin, they are actually following the guidelines of the anti-money laundering list. So they have the list, but it refreshes once per day. But how much time it takes to distribute your coins to the new wallets? 1 second. So we were discussing. It's not like we don't care. We try to, as a protocol level, we try to think about, like, how can we help? We thought, but okay, we have this blacklist. Even if we implement this blacklist, it gets updated only once per day. So it's still, they can distribute, they make a new addresses. They can still go through the THORChain and go to the other chain with their assets. Then there, what else?
Because there was a few people saying that they were accusing Rune of like washing the North Korea funds or laundering it, and you were fighting back against that, right? So
yeah, so you actually sent me a lot of those Twitter messages. So we have to come back. What is money laundering?
Yeah,
we can go with dictionary. So dictionary means that it's the helping to spend this money in a good way. So it's like making dirty money to clean. But actually, it depends on jurisdiction. If you go UK, the jurisdiction even says like if you touch the bad money, it's money laundering. So it's not as easy. It's complicated when it comes to money laundering. It depends in which jurisdiction you are in.
Because Rune's like permissionless, right? Like anybody can use it?
At the moment, it is. Yes.
But you're saying there's a blacklist, right?
No, in Rune, there is not blacklist.
Okay.
But in Bitcoin, for example, mining pools, so when it comes to what is the Marat mining pool, and they have the blacklist. But the issue is that even though 90% of the Bitcoin pools have the blacklist, 10% of people who are mining Bitcoin, they're just mining with their hardware. So you cannot enforce the 10% of people who are mining Bitcoin. That means
it's like how there's Uniswap and
it just
Uniswap they disallowed interacting with like some projects or Tornado Cash or something like that.
It just takes 10 times more to get the transaction through, but at some point it will still get it will be still cleared.
Oh, sorry, not Tornado Cash, Pulse. It's like how Uniswap does not allow Pulse, even though it's just because SEC was suing them or something like that. But you could still buy Pulse.
Absolutely.
The interesting thing about the Bitcoin blacklist is it was given. It's like,
and who maintains the blacklist? If you get on the blacklist and you're actually not the bad person, how do you get cleared from the blacklist? So as long as I've heard about and we have spoken about in the community with THORChain, we want to do actually like a good thing when it comes to the ethos of the blockchain and ethos of
but when it comes to censorship and like financial services being provided or being cancelled, being blacklisted, North Korea, I mean that's that's the main person you could say where someone's like, oh, maybe they shouldn't be allowed a debit card, maybe they shouldn't be allowed to have credit on 500 Cybertrucks, or so like everyone's a libertarian until you mention North Korea. Do you know what I mean? And suddenly you're like, I don't know anymore. I don't know how I feel.
I wasn't, because the thing is that they went from ETH to Bitcoin. So when it comes to using those funds to purchase some kind of gains, there is always like this marketplace. So we as a THORChain, there is nothing about, there is no secrecy. You can see the input, the output. So money laundering never happens. And I think the biggest crime happens when you use your like ETH or Bitcoin and you purchase yourself a rocket. You purchase yourself you have like the, I don't know, whatever tanks. This is the biggest place when the crime happens, and we are not trying to hide this.
I mean,
not at all.
Earlier you were saying that THORChain, the transaction either happens or it doesn't. So at no point was there any chance to like get back the ETH. You were either going to facilitate the swap from one thing to another on the blockchain, like you said, completely legible to anybody.
At the moment, THORChain is actually facilitating all the swaps. There is no ifs.
Wow, I guess stakers must be having a nice time with the.
Yes, as a bond provider, as a node operator, yes, we had a lot of fees. It was insane. It was something, the ballpark of 70%, 70 to 100 APY. So annual return. But you have to understand, it doesn't different in any other way when the Lazarus group actually spread out the ETH between the other wallets. So they stole a lot of money from Bybit in one wallet, and then they spread out to different wallets, hundreds and hundreds of wallets, right? Each transaction made a fee. And who got the money from the fees? Node operators, ETH nodes. They never returned the money. and that's crazy. So that's the same thing. Even ETH and Bitcoin, because Lazarus Group now distributes the Bitcoin funds around to different wallets. The Bitcoin network is actually getting fees from that as well.
But in the previous episode, you were mentioning how crypto is quite tribal. I'm on Team Bitcoin, I'm on Team Ethereum, and then their community sees like Rune have a little bit of price action, have high volume, some attention come to your community, and they start sort of like getting all philosophical about like, oh, we can't facilitate this thing because you should censor it, and then it's really just like Team A versus Team B on Twitter, and you're like getting flamed by a bunch of anons.
Yeah, that's true. But in my mind, if it's like developing a knife or like a gun or like a Bitcoin, everybody can use it. That's the simple terms. I don't see the issue. When it comes to THORChain, maybe just developing the best tools to track their funds would be the great thing to do. So we provide Bybit, like, hey, there's all our funds. Take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was so many spaces and really nice spaces about the THORChain, about the Bitcoin, and for some reason, I don't know why. I guess because the THORChain is a smaller ecosystem, everybody attacks THORChain and says that we have to stop this issue, swapping. But I think nobody understands the bigger picture. Like it doesn't work that way, because the Ethereum, the Bitcoin, as a network is decentralized and it's permissionless. You can swap the funds, and that's how we actually want this to be. The THORChain is just another layer 1, and it's going to be the same way. There is other like chain flips and stuff that are more like VC driven. They
kind
actually
of distinguishes like it's more cypherpunk. It's more decentralized. It's more just like autonomous. It could survive. It could survive. It would continue working even if in hard times. Like some projects, you think, okay, if their headquarters in San Francisco blew up, would the blockchain churn or like produce another block or whatever? But like Rune seems to be
it still burns the blocks.
And then people complain about the user experience, like they expect a swap to happen like in 5 seconds, but it's more than that. It's about how big a swap you can do and like how little slippage and how your funds aren't just going to suddenly be like lost in the ether of KYC and censorship, and you have the wrong political opinion, or you wore the wrong color hat or whatever.
I've always been in the neutral side when it comes to any rules and restrictions. I mean, in my view, it's even if you agree with the rules at the moment, it's just a matter of times when they come back full circle and they will bite your ass. And same with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin would have this huge drama about like stealing funds, money laundering, of course, in the first year, everybody would jump in, try to fork the system, make it way worse. But it didn't happen. It had this like a smooth ride. But with the Rune, now the crypto itself has been more established ecosystem. And I think with the Rune, it's just a little bit too small, so it's attackable. But for the greater good, it should definitely follow the ethos of the Bitcoin and Ethereum, stay neutral. Front end still can block the transactions. And as we spoke, guys, Okay, let's see. The Rune wants to play ball. They want to block all the bad actors. This list is managed by people. It's not dynamic list. Some people have to decide this, like, hey, we got hacked. Now these funds are in the list. They got hacked. Those funds are in the list. It's a manual labor. And it doesn't belong to the crypto realm. Manual labor that we have to every day upkeep. It doesn't. The layer ones of the crypto doesn't work in a way that people have to maintain. It's supposed to work in a way that it's distributed between the nodes, between miners, and it just goes. And layer ones can actually involve, help, whatever. The base layer cannot do this because the base layer is managed by nodes. They have to vote like every day. Now you, as a node operator, you come in, you have to like vote for the list that was, I don't know, approved by FBI. Who in the world approves this list? Why the heck is the US the authority to approve this list? Why not India? Who says who's the bad person or not good person? If the innocent person gets on the list, that's another can of worms. Like you get, there is so many attack vectors as well. Like imagine like you get dust attacked. You know what is dust attack?
Yeah.
You have a huge amount of the illicit funds, and then you just spray. I don't know. You can spray Vitalik, all those common peoples. Now they cannot. Even if you have, let's say you have this dynamic list, and you say like, hey, it's dynamic. It's like as soon as the funds get transferred there, these address will be again blocked. So even if there's AI that makes 1,000 accounts per second, it's all good. It's getting blocked.
Okay. So far,
then the North Korea comes in and it just does the tax everybody, like the Libra Finance, the Donald Trump, everybody gets dust attack. Then what else?
So far we've been talking about like crypto regulating itself and like and the fact is that we haven't really mentioned the elephant in the room, and that's like how much crypto is used by global crime, and it'll be a different story. I think it's going to be a different story for. I think it could be a different story for the THORChain community when outside forces. I mean,
no. We had serious discussions actually, Justin. We had serious discussion and yesterday, and we had actually this like brainstorm kind of discussion. Before the last week when the hack happened, we like we have to be permissionless, like you're permissionless stuff. And yesterday we had discussion like, hey, let's play the devil's advocate, and we say like we are actually pro being censorship. And it was so difficult to justify it. Being pro censorship. Oh wait. I had such a good. I lost my.
So you're in like Twitter Spaces with the Rune community, or where was this?
Yeah, with Canton.
Okay.
Trying to justify being pro. Jeez, I lost my train of thought.
Pro censorship.
Trying to argue.
It was pro censorship, and it was. You can Justin. I will just tap in if I get my train of thought back.
So you could look at crypto as a kind of technology, very powerful technology. And what does technology normally get used for? It gets used for sort of like military crime things. We live in a very dark, grey world. And you hear that. What happened to everybody's screen, Theo?
Nothing. It's just you.
And then I was just thinking like I was brainstorming. So basically, libertarians, the number one criticism of them is that, like, why do you not want to be part of a community? Why do you need to be permissionless? Like, you could extend, if you extend the libertarians' argument that everything is like, I'm my own moral gatekeeper and like nobody can tell me what to do, then you say, okay, like, how degenerate am I to like not accept any moral authority from anyone around me? And then if you look at it on a technological level, like, oh, like free speech, for example, like, okay, but then what if I start spreading disinformation about an attack that happened in the UK, and then suddenly everyone starts rioting? Well, I've got a big platform and I'm using my free speech to like spread lies. You can use technology in bad ways, right? And and libertarians get confused. They think that personal freedom is freedom. Like, I have the freedom to be rich, I have the freedom to be happy, but freedom is like free from, like, I'm free from temptation, I'm free from a powerful rogue state getting like $500 million, $1.5 billion. Like, I'm free from fear, I'm free from danger, you know? So that's just setting the guideline there between like anti-libertarian thought, like, why do you not accept any morality? Like, why do you not accept any authority in the world? Like, what's wrong with having an authority? I think Theo is the authority on DJing, so I ask him. I think that Aksel is the authority on AI, so I ask him about stuff. Like, it makes my life easier to have like authorities like guiding us.
I think the freedom is the key. Like, let's be honest. The Bitcoin, where it is at the moment today, it's the reasons why it's the decision that Bitcoin community has taken. So we had the block rewards in 2017. We had all those kinds of different things going on, and we never bent the knee. We just followed the Satoshi's vision. Don't mix up with the coin, with the Satoshi vision coin. But we always followed the thesis that he had in mind, and that's the reason why the Bitcoin is where it is, and why we should have this permissionless world. Because,
or you could say Bitcoin's where it was because Peter Thiel orange pilled a bunch of like gazillionaires into like putting their capital into something where they wouldn't have to pay tax, they wouldn't have to have employees who could revolt against them, they wouldn't have to come up with a product. So that's another way you could look at Bitcoin. It was hijacked by like these surveillance capitalists, these monopoly capitalists, and then they ran the price up.
I would say they are the first ones that recognize the upside of the Bitcoin.
Is it Peter Thiel or Thiel?
And they're not in the fault that they were the first ones to recognize the upside.
Yeah, I personally, I believe, I mean, crypto came around because we wanted to get ourselves detached from counterparty risk. So like, if you have your money in the bank in some kind of centralized trading platform, the moment something goes wrong, these guys are able to interfere, shut you down, you know, minimize your trading, whatever it is. So
limit withdrawals,
all that stuff. So then DeFi was being built where like, okay, we don't want to deal with that. Yes, you still got to pay tax. It's not like you're avoiding taxes. You still got to, you know, the IRS still wants to know how much money you made, how much taxes you owe, and that's it. That's all they care about is, you know, then like they're not gonna come after you unless you're just basically not paying taxes, right? That's one time they would come after you. But in terms of the counterparty risk, that was the crucial stepping stone of the crypto decentralized place, where you are no longer have to worry about, you know, some centralized authority doing something stupid. Now, of course, there's another risk. Now, even though we don't have to worry about centralized authority doing something stupid, now there's smart contract vulnerabilities that arise, or any other vulnerability, like what happened with Bybit hack. There was a vulnerability that was just simply in the process of them approving what is it called, going from cold storage to hot wallet. That process got tampered with internally what I believe, and that malicious code was then
it wasn't.
replicated.
Okay, it got tempered internally. The safe had issue in there.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, each of those signees that had to approve the transaction on their ledger, that malicious code went to all of them. You know, whether it was within like some kind of server, somebody hacked the server from the outside, or it was from the inside.
It was actually the attack happened from the safe side, so the company that provided the multi-sig environment, they got So although Bybit had 3 different people who had to sign the transaction, but since they all used the safe system, and safe system was
also the same transaction, so you have that risk, and then there's also like smart contract vulnerabilities. Like, you know, you have like all these plethora of different attacks. You have reentrancy attacks. You have like the attack that my friend went through, where they just drained his wallet through fees. You know, you have like your NFT. Like if you somehow interact with an NFT, all of a sudden that NFT can just steal all your. There's a lot of different vulnerabilities in smart contracts. So you're really like you pick what you want, you know, or you could do a mix of both. Would you want to protect yourself from counterparty risk? Then you have to have some funds in DeFi smart contracts, preferably open source smart contracts, where lots of engineers could take a look at the code, use it, test it, battle-proof it, and make sure that there's as little vulnerabilities as possible. And also keep your funds in the centralized world, where just in case, you know, some quantum computer or some genius hacker comes along and really shakes the smart contracts by using some kind of vulnerability that he discovered and nobody else knew about. So you got to have like your funds in both places. Have some funds in physical assets like real estate, gold, that, you know, cannot just be taken away from you that easily without force.
Do you know what? I'm going to take this segment to exit of the stream.
And Rune is in good hands. What I was trying to say is basically Rune is that side.
What did Bybit do wrong is that they had to trust the third party. This is against the ethos of crypto. They actually trusted the third party. They trusted the safe company. They trusted that the safe company will display them the correct hashes on their ledger, the correct everything, and they gave the trust away. The Bybit
two good points there from Rom and Coke. But I think we're going to continue. Can we continue this discussion in the Discord group lounge?
But the issue is that they gave the trust away. Again, they were not in control of their own actions. There was a third party, as Rom actually mentioned many times, third party. They have third party in their transaction assignment. And as Rom mentioned, why is Bitcoin great? We eliminate the third-party risk, but Bybit introduced it again in different manner.
They brought it back. Yeah, they brought it back.
They have the assets, but in transactions, approval, they got it in back. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So the people who, like, I still don't know what happened to the funds of the people who got impacted. I think Bybit basically returned it to them by borrowing a lot of money with their existing collateral, and then they paid back their existing collateral. So it was very lucky for them to be able to actually have that cash on hand to be able to pay everything back. But if they didn't, they would have been in a very sticky situation, kind of like how Rune is right now, where
Rune is good, bro. Chill.
Yeah. Well, Rune, but it was very close to being in like a sticky situation where how are we going to not pay back loans, this and that. You know, if you don't have the funds, you get really that's where you go down to zero. But Bybit had that. If it happens to them again, hopefully they learn from their mistake. They eliminate that third party. Maybe they'll use a safe.
They didn't.
They didn't.
The safe was out for 1 week, and they said, "Hey, we patched the situation." But I have to think about, like, if you're still a big company, Coinbase, Rune, Kraken, you still use safe. You're still giving the third person the way to actually tamper your transactions. So you have to go back to basics. Either use multisig. That's a new wallet system that's actually coming up from from the THORChain founder, JP Thor. It's an awesome system. You can look it up, guys. It's your home assignment. But look up what's multisig. You have 3 devices to 2 of 3 to sign your transaction. So it's a great system. Again, something
you use Gnosis Safe. Here, also share the link. It's Gnosis is one of the OGs of crypto. They have
they rebranded to Safe
and everything.
Yeah. So it's broken.
And then they got hacked, right?
Yeah. So it's broken.
Gnosis, Gnosis is so. Well, I guess they were using
Woo!
Gnosis.
Whales on Rom's head right there.
Rom got hacked.
That's what they were using, Gnosis Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which got rebranded to Safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was where the vulnerability came in.
Yes.
I mean,
this
is what I'm trying to say. This is a risk.
The North Korea hacked into the Gnosis Safe, so to speak, safe system, and they mirrored different the transaction displays, or I don't know, hash. Well, not hash. It's not hash, but they showed different things to the third-party users that they're approving. And
well, this is again like what I'm coming back to. This is not even third-party risk. This is Gnosis Safe uses smart contracts. This is exactly what I was saying. How smart contract has risks as well. North Korea was able to just take advantage of smart contract vulnerabilities. That
I would say different. One thing is that third part. The contracts were never tampered, but the message that was sent to the ledger that was controlled by Safe, so the Gnosis, that was actually tampered. And even if the CEO of the Bybit would actually go like the letter by letter, making sure what the ledger said, he will still be failing.
Yeah. So it's a shitty situation. I'm sure Gnosis is now upgrading their systems or working on better builds. But at the end of the day, like even when you're dealing with safes like Gnosis, which is a very old system that's been working for multiple, like probably if not like 90% of all crypto companies. And now they have to rethink and everything, because now it's like, okay, there's this vulnerability that was just pushed through Bybit, and the reason why it was pushed is because we are not displaying the proper hashes on Ledger. So
and
on one end you also have Ledger had this was a Ledger problem as well, where Ledger should have been developed, better UI.
I mean, if you have it's yes or no. Like if you use the Ledger to confirm the Gnosis transactions, and sadly you have to enable the blind signing.
You have to, because
as soon as you enable the blind signing, is it Ledger's fault? No, because by default, when you approve blind signing, it means you can have anything on the screen. So I wouldn't say that's the design of the system at the moment.
Yeah, so somewhere along the line they have to be like, okay, there has to be some kind of, if you're blind signing, there should be at least a software that you could connect, like the Ledger Live, that will show you everything. Like if you cannot see it on your Ledger, you should at least see it on Ledger Live. But then again, boom, what does that have? There's another vulnerability.
It's software in your PC.
It's software
blind
in your
signing
PC,
enabled, so you get false information on your Ledger. You get hacked your PC. You get false information on your Ledger.
Yeah, so there's literally vulnerabilities everywhere. It is what it is. This is the game, This
classic.
Is hackers will always the hackers will always try breaking the system. And this time around, North Korea got it. They got it. You would think a country that is basically has been in the shit for the past 100 years, they were able to sophisticate a hack to this extent. You got to give them props. Like they did something amazing in the world of hacking. Even though it was funds getting stolen, this and that, it's a very bad thing. But for the future, we're gonna probably see more stricter requirements. And who knows? Maybe Ledger will now, instead of having this blind sign button, will be able to have other options. Yeah.
Anything that sounds blind to me is just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to interact with
I'm not
smart
doing
contracts.
anything. Yeah.
Double blind.
Double
On that
blind.
note, guys, let's wrap. Do we have any final thoughts going around the table?
Stay safe,
but
don't use Gnosis safe.
Yeah,
Not your
what,
keys,
what,
not
what,
your-
what I what I would say from RuneChain is that we had in discussions that I actually memorized. I'm so happy it was just a Bybit. What if the love of God, it's the US wallet that gets compromised and funneled through THORChain, then a THORChain would be fucked up. So this is the final call for the THORChain, the Rune, to decentralize yourself as much as possible, to never be vulnerable for those. The only reason that we have discussion, let's be honest, is the reason that we have the small chance that we can bend like 100 people's knees and we can stop this protocol. It is decentralized more than Base or whatever other chains, but it is not enough as Ethereum or Bitcoin. So decentralize and be permissionless. If you're decentralized, you can be permissionless. If you're not, they will come after your door.
Facts right there from Coke. I had a pleasant time with you guys. See you guys on Friday, hopefully, and in
Thanks
the
so much,
Discord
everybody.
server. And take care, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Cheers, guys.
Learned a lot. Thank you. Bye-bye.